Alright, so here's the video that no one was waiting for. We're going to increase the odds we have of getting through the boss damage phases by not having only Adis available to hit. It's going to be Adis and Shada in the first one, and in the second one, the boss can hit anybody. So your odds of getting through this should be much higher than they were the first time. We're going to do our enhanced modes here. Asuna's going to go first. It's going to give her her magic attack buff. Adis is going to go second, going to give us +1 RF, and it seems like a waste to use Kirito's Incarnate here, but it's because we're going to use him twice, so he's got to go first. We need the order of Kirito, Rani, Adis, and Asuna. Alright, it's going to be a rainbow attack pattern here. Yellow for charge, green for enhance on Adis, blue for break, and then red for assault on Asuna. Okay, and we need to get our Incarnate up. So right out of this, we're gonna bring. We're gonna get Rani out of here. We don't want her in here basically at all the entire run. So we're gonna get Shada in for Rani. Oh, wrong button. And she's gonna buff Kirito. Kirito's gonna bring the Incarnate counter up, and at the same time, his charge move is gonna bring Asuna's magic attack to maximum. And this part here I always have trouble with because I need a certain order. I want Asuna, Adis, and then Shada, but Shada's too slow to ever get there. So I have to put in Alice for Shada, and it's a weird thing. Alice skips 2 people, Asuna skips 2 people, Adis skips 2, Alice skips 2 one more time, and then Asuna starts going 1 at a time. So she goes 1, Adis goes 2, Asuna goes 1, and then when Alice comes up next, put Shada in, and then Shada will skip 2 for some reason. Alright, Incarnate. And we want this order for the little bit of extra damage we get on the Assault Link with Adis. Asuna Assault, Adis Assault Link, and then Shada's going to buff Kirito after the boss. With Shada there now, like I said in the very beginning, it leaves Adis and Shada available as targets for the boss. So you have 2 people that he can hit rather than 1. It should be less aggravating trying to get that accomplished. Kirito and Adis. Alright. Alice goes in, charges up, debuffs the boss for magic resistance. Then we get our active link going. Asuna's going to attack. Kirito is going to use his charge move, I guess, to bring our Incarnate up. And then we're going to start our Incarnate. It's going to be Alice is going to start this. Full assault because we have all of our RF. Break the full boss. Full assault, full assault. Okay, we're going to buff up Alice, because we're going to need her charge later on. And I like to do this specific way, because Sheta goes over to get damaged, hopefully. And we're going to put Adis back in so she can hopefully get damaged. This part's different though, because he can hit anyone, and I'll show you how. If he hits Asuna and Kirito, I'll show you how to unlock them. And if he doesn't hit them, you're about to do a million skip moves. So be prepared to be bored for a couple of seconds. Charge with Alice. We're going to unbury Kirito. Sheta's going to charge Alice even though she's out of this frame. And it's going to put Sheta at the end, so that'll unbury Kirito. That right there leaves us with our ideal order of Asuna then Kirito. If Asuna was the one that would have gotten knocked back, you unlock her the same way with the buffing of Alice, but you need to put somebody in for Sheta to rotate them to get the order that you want right here of Asuna and Kirito. If you got the finger quote ideal hits right there, and the boss hit either Sheta or Adis, you're in good shape. You could just do your normal Alice charge, followed by the special link with Asuna and Kirito. But this next part, when you do the Incarnate with Adis, you're going to see it pops up with 4 extra attacks. And you don't actually want to do any of those. So you're just going to be sitting there skipping for like 2 minutes straight. Aside from buffing Kirito, to get them all over to the next part. And it takes a really long time, but the reason is we need enough moves at the end to pull off the double Incarnate with 3 attacks each. Alright, actually, I was going to do this right away, but because Asuna didn't get knocked back, I have enough room to get to her and get her out of Enhance mode. So I'm going to rotate through and get her out of Enhance mode before I do this Incarnate. There's a lot of skips in this run. That's why it takes so long, in addition to me talking through it. But eventually you're going to have to get Asuna out of Enhance mode no matter what. If you can't get her out of Enhance mode right here, just go through the attack order normal, use her normal attack so you're still getting DPS rather than pulling her out for a wasted move or whatever. There we go. And I don't think I can get her back any farther now. I'd like her to be later, but she's in Enhanced mode, so I'll probably just end up doing the Incarnate with Adis with her first, which isn't a big deal. Yeah, I'll just do that. So after the Incarnate, only 3 characters are attacking right now. Like I was saying before, if you got that perfect run, you're going to have 4 characters pop up. And at first it's like, oh, I have all these moves to do, but you need to save every single move you can for the end, so you're just going to skip a lot. To the point where you're going to have to put in characters, because you're running low on MP, to be able to skip through them all. And it does take a while. And Alice's attack here is going to have to be the RF one, because we're low on that. We need to be at 4 RF coming out of this Incarnate. Okay, so I have 3 characters left here, you might have 4. Either way, we need to get a buff done. So Alice is already buffed from earlier, so we're going to buff Kirito. It's going to get one person, Sheta, out of this endless skipping right here. I only have 2 people left to skip, so it's not so bad. You might have 3 or the full 4 on your screen. Either way, you still have to skip through all of them. You need to be at 9 turns right here. The boss will take up. You're going to skip through, but the boss will take you down to turn 7 when you're up next. Really important thing to note here is if you're putting in random characters because of MP usage, when they skip over the boss at this next part, make sure they have health, because he's going to target the lowest health person, generally. I like to use Ronnie here as bait. She never attacks this entire turn that we're doing. She never attacks the entire time, but if she could take a couple hits and tank for me, that's great. So they're all going over. Everybody has HP. He's going to hit Adis because I think she actually was the lowest. And that's fine because that's the last attack she will take. We need to use our buff or our charge moves one after the other. If you have not gotten your Asuna out of enhanced mode, do not charge, then do enhanced mode, then charge, because you will lose the charge link on the moves. If you have Asuna in here right now, just skip, and if you need like help getting the charge, you do the charge. Don't enhance Asuna, and then just continue to skip endlessly again till you get the second charge. They have to be done one after the other. We are going to the other side of the boss now. It's what we've been doing the whole time. We need 5 moves at this point to get there, and it's going to be even more skips. But this is the last set of skips really that we have to do, I think. Everybody that I have out there right now, Alice is already across, Kirito is already across. What I need on the other side when I get there is Asuna and Sheita. So right here I'm just using Rani to take damage. That's fine. More skips, more skips. Keep an eye on your MP, obviously. If you get to the point where, I mean, you could always switch them out, but you're going to burn a lot of MP. We are almost there. If you're with me to this point and your characters have health, you've completed the run and you're about to get 2 incarnates, 1 with Asuna, 1 with Kirito, and 3 attackers each. So that should be a good boost to whatever your score is currently. Here we go. Alright, we are in the end game. Now, we're going to get Asuna in here. For Rani, that's the order that we're going to go with. Asuna, Sheita, Kirito, Alice. Kirito could not have done his incarnate there because he still has 1 more turn he has to do, but he will do it next. So to buff Kirito's incarnate, we need to use Sheita to put the charge yell on Alice. Full assault with Kirito, recollection field assault with Alice to give Kirito a 4 recollection field incarnate. Alright, we have 2 moves left. One of them is going to be burned on Alice using her charge move to get the incarnate we need. And guess what? We have to skip some more. But, like I said, if you're here at this point, you have 2 moves left, your run is done, you've made it this far, and you're about to get your last incarnate from Kirito. So, just bear with it for a few more minutes. There we go. Got our incarnate, 1 turn left. And we want, for whatever it's worth, we want Asuna to go last. She'll have a little bit extra on her assault link. Kirito incarnate. This is probably going to be my best score because of all the crits that we got. But hopefully it is for you too. Hopefully you got some crits. If you didn't get the crits, you can restart. It's less RNG. All you have to do is get through that first boss attack part with either Adis or Sheta. Yay! But that should be easier. Just be mindful at the end. I know you got to skip a ton and it's boring, but be mindful that you're skipping people through that have health when the boss is going to attack you. Because there's nothing worse than getting to that point and dying. Alright, thanks for watching. It was a super long video. It shouldn't be that long for you to do the run once you get the hang of it. And good luck.